Hello, my name is Terry Soul, and video is a short introduction to the NetLogo programming interface. NetLogo is a freely available programming environment that is designed for multi-agent systems. So anytime you want to have lots of agents running around interacting with each other and interacting with their environment, NetLogo is certainly a good place to start. There's been a number of different research projects that have been done in NetLogo, things to do with, for example, flocking birds, or how fireflies interact and how their lighting becomes synced. Those are examples of multi-agent systems, lots of birds moving around together or lots of fireflies interacting. And so NetLogo is an excellent environment in which to do those sorts of multi-agent simulations. And here I just want to introduce sort of the interface and how you do programming in it. So NetLogo has 3 tabs you can see up here in the upper left that are sort of important. The first one is the interface tab. So this is where you run and control your programs. So I have a program running here within the screen, and then you have off to the side, and it could be either side or above or below, buttons and other interface mechanisms. So there's a drop-down menu. We won't worry about the details, but you can put in buttons or sliders or plots so that you can graph data, all sorts of different things that you can add to the interface. So that's sort of the first major element of any NetLogo program, is the interface where you run and interact with the program. The second one is the program itself. That's this code tab. So you click the code tab, and that's where you write your code and run it. And there is a check button, so before you try and run it, you can check it to see if there are any errors, and you'll get usual syntax type errors if there's a problem. So once you've written your code, you can come back to the interface to run it. One of the important things in the interface as the program is running is it has a built-in slider, so you can either slow things down, so you can see my agents have slowed down here as they move around, or you can speed it up and you'll watch the agents move faster and faster. And there are limits. So a NetLogo program can only run so quickly. So there are limits to how fast you can speed things up or slow things down. In this case, I've sort of reached the end of the program, so I can say reset up, so that resets it up, and then go again. And those are pretty typical in most NetLogo programs, this set up and go, but you can have all sorts of other controls. In addition to, I'll slow this down a little bit, the interface and the code tab, there's an info tab, which is sort of general comments for your entire program, and that can be very useful if you want to share it widely. You put in what is the program, how it works, how to use it, and so forth. So those are the 3 major tabs for any NetLogo program. Coding, interface to run it, and then info for other people who might be using your code. The couple of other nice features about NetLogo that I want to point out, under the file menu, of course, you can do the normal things of saving your program and starting new ones, but there is also a model library. So NetLogo programs are often referred to as models, and we'll delete that. There is a whole library of models that other people have written that you can run and look at and test and modify, and it's a very good way to start to understand the capabilities of NetLogo, what it can do, and how you can get it to do that. And each of those models have an info tab that tells you about how those models work. So that's one very important feature of NetLogo that I wanted to mention. And then in addition, there's some nice help options. You can look things up in the dictionary for the different functions, and also in the NetLogo user manual. So again, as you can sort of see from this simple example, which I'm not going to explain, NetLogo is good when you want to have lots of agents moving around and interacting. You can set up this sort of program very quickly and very easily. They can also interact with the environment very quickly and very easily, and that allows you to run all sorts of experiments. I often use it if I have an idea for a complicated program and I want to test it and see if that idea is even possible before maybe I move on to a more sophisticated or a faster language. I'll test it out in NetLogo to see how it goes. So NetLogo, a very interesting programming language, an excellent one if this is the sort of thing you're interested in dealing with, is interacting multi-agent systems. Thank you.